that y'all feeling me. Let me know who's listening. Hi, Evangelist Shar. How y'all doing today? Let me know that you guys understand that your hair is connected to the rest of your body and that you must pay attention and that your hair is the window into your soul. Let me know. Yes, Miss Sheila Dillon. So, Miss Sheila, since you listening and you about the only one listening right now, what I always like to come on here and let everyone know is that the hair does not survive on its own. It is connected to the rest of the body, i.e., the hair is connected to a blood supply. Each follicle has sensory nerve fibers wrapped around it. Your hair, when your hair is breaking, splitting, you're losing it. It grows thin, it's falling out, you're losing hair in spots, and then it'll grow back, and then it'll pop out over here with a thin spot, and over here and over here. When you're losing hair all around your ears and in the nape, or if you're losing hair in the top, it's letting you know that something is wrong. So I want everybody to understand that when you're having problems with your hair and scalp, your body's trying to tell you something. I just want to understand. I want to understand if you guys understand that. I want to know if y'all understand where I'm coming from, because I want to go into some of the reasons why we tend to lose our hair. So I know somebody was with me, Miss Sheila. I know you said yes, that you understand that. Let me know, y'all. Tap the screen and let me know if you guys understand that when you are losing your hair, your body is trying to let you know that something is off, that you need to kind of fix it and support it. Because I don't really think anybody really takes their hair seriously. I really don't. As a certified trichologist and a hair loss specialist, the more I meet with people, the more I don't believe that you guys take your hair seriously. What I think people really do is they take their hair off, they sit it on the shelf, they leave it there, and then 30 days later, they take it off, put it back on. Then they want to worry about it in 30 days. Then they wonder why when they put it on the shelf and put it back on and the hair don't look all that great. Then people are like, well, what's wrong with my hair? What's wrong with my hair? Then you take it back off, sit it on the shelf. Then you let a month go by, take it off, put it back on. You can't do that to your hair. Your hair is just as important as the air you breathe, the water you drink, and the food you consume. Your hair is very important. So if you guys can, please tap the screen, let TikTok know that this is important, that you are possibly going to get value from this. Please share it with your good girlfriends or with your mom or somebody who's having hair challenges, because I need you guys to understand, thank you very much, that this is important. So we're going to talk about a few things right now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, A. Smith, Sheila Dillon. Thank you for entering the room. Thank you, Miss Sheila, for liking the live. But I want to just connect with you guys because I haven't been here regularly like I used to. I used to be on pretty regularly, but I will say this. I take my hat off. Thank you, Miss Sheila, for following me. I take my hat off to everyone on TikTok who's able to get on here 2-3 times a day. It's a lot for me because as a Trichology Center owner and salon owner, it's only me. I have to do my taxes. I got to go to the post office. I have to do my consultations. I have to do the hair. I got to do everything, clean, cook, do everything, open the boxes, break the boxes down, put the trash out. I do everything. So a lot of times when people call me, I got this much patience for foolishness. So when people call and want to ask a whole bunch of questions, all I say to everybody is, please schedule 15 minutes with me so you can tell me more about your issue. I'll listen to you for 15 minutes. If you schedule your appointment with me, I'll listen to whatever it is you have to ask me. But when people call me cold, literally, people call me all day long because my information is on Google, it's on Facebook, it's on TikTok. People literally call me wherever they are because they're thinking about it. And because I put a post up that says, call me now. People literally call me at 9-10 o'clock at night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and literally want to give me their life story about what's going on with their hair. All I ask is that when you call, if you do call, just decide to schedule a 15-minute session. It is free for you to tell me what's going on with you for 15 minutes because I hate to be short on the phone, but time is money. And I don't have time to sit on the phone to talk with someone when they're just going to tell me all the same stuff on a scheduled consultation call. Usually people will say, well, how do you do what you do? I'm not really sure what it is that you saw. Could you just let me know what it is that you're referring to? Then they'll say, well, I saw that someone had no hair and then you gave them hair. Well, that's probably hair replacement. Would you like to set up a time to talk about it? Well, no, I just want to know what you do. I'm sorry, I don't get paid to tell you what it is that I do. I get paid to style hair. Would you like to talk more about your hair? Or if someone is calling me because they're losing density, their scalp is really tender, it's raw. So they call me and then they want to tell me their whole life story about why they think they're losing their hair. All I ask is that you guys schedule 15 minutes to talk to me. I really don't have time in my schedule to listen to every single story. And I know I get short with people on the phone, but my assistants, they work from 5 o'clock to the next morning when I come in. So when I answer the phones at 7 a.m. to 5, like I don't really have the time to sit on the phone with each and every person that calls. And I try to be as nice as I can. And I apologize if you guys call, because all I ask really is that you schedule a time to talk to me, because sometimes I just don't have the time to devote to just conversation. But I want you guys to understand that your hair is important. Please pay attention. Pay your bodies more attention. Don't take your hair, take it off and sit it on the shelf and think you're going to fix it and forget it. Just because you get your hair done today, you don't have to do nothing for 30 days. That's not how our hair is set up. Our hair is set up so you can give it attention. You can give it nourishment. You can give it moisture, give it humectants, massage your scalp, spend time with it, but don't literally do something to your hair and then don't do nothing else to it for 30 days, 60 days. Literally, that's what I see every single day. I got to get my charger because my phone is about to die, because being on TikTok and streaming, the power goes out like that. Hold on. So I say all that to say, I want you guys to understand, give your hair and scalp some attention. Give it the attention it deserves, because you're worth more. Your hair deserves more. It deserves more from you. So if you guys don't know it or not, I want to let you know that when your hair starts talking to you, you have to pay attention, because your hair is not a right or privilege. If you don't take care of your hair will leave you. If you guys don't know that, it will leave. So I'm going to pin my information. I want to see if TikTok will allow my information to be posted. I'm going to pin my information to the screen, because if you guys need me, if there's anything that I share with you right now that sounds like something familiar, something you need, oh, I'm dealing with that, maybe she can help me with that, please be my guest. Reach out to me. All I ask is, if you inbox me, open your inboxes, because I send my inboxes back. If I see someone left me a message on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, I get back to everyone. However, people don't want to open their messages. At some point, I was getting to the point where if you're not serious about your hair and scalp issues or your needs, don't send me messages, because I reply to the messages and then people don't open them or they don't reply. So what I always suggest is, if your hair and scalp are that important to you, just schedule 15 minutes to speak with me. If you like what you see on my social pages and you want hair replacement, then schedule a time to speak with me. If you are having thinning hair, breaking hair, your scalp doesn't feel good, you're having excessive flaking, scaling, or anything, and you are looking for some help or some information, then schedule 15 minutes. I literally have people that reach out and they'll say, well, I didn't feel like answering all those questions. You want information, but you don't have 2 seconds to answer a few questions. It's 11 questions. How's your hair and scalp? How serious is it? How important is it to you? Are you on medication? Have you been seeing a dermatologist? Like, I'm asking questions that you would want to tell me, because you're probably going to tell me on the call anyway. But a lot of people, they want microwave, presto, poof answers. Life doesn't work like that. So I just want to let you all know I am here. I come on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, sharing that if you need the services of a trichologist, I am here and I am available. But like, I want to be respectful of your time. Please be respectful of mine. Give me the attention that you deserve. Give me 15 minutes of the attention that you deserve, and you will have my undivided attention in between 8 and 5 Eastern Standard Time. So what I want to let you guys know is, when you see your hair breaking, splitting, falling out, please do not delay. I meet a lot of women and a lot of men who things will happen. Oh my goodness. It seems like whenever I want to come on social, that's when I get bombarded and peppered with a whole bunch of phone calls. Even my husband, I'll start talking on live and then he want to call. I'm like, you didn't call all day, but just when I get on, he wants to call. So I apologize that the phone keeps going in and out, everybody. Lordy gee. I am going to turn do not disturb on. Give me 1 second. Oh, geez. So I had to turn on do not disturb because now it just seems like everybody wants to call. So what I want to share with everybody is your hair is a barometer of your health. So if you are losing hair, I want to just talk to you guys about coronal hair loss right now. Sometimes there are so many different things that I can come on here and talk about, but I want to come on and talk about coronal hair loss. I meet a lot of women, a lot of men who are losing hair in the crown, and often it can be from so many different things. Please let me know if anyone within the sound of my voice is just losing hair here in the top. If you're all losing hair in the crown, if your hair is getting thin, if your scalp feels extra sensitive, you can see through your hair. If you part it, you can kind of see the imprint of your whole scalp. If you've been on medication, have you guys been losing hair? Does it seem like since you started the medication, now your hair is thinner? Please let me know, because I have a couple people here on TikTok. Let me know if you guys have noticed some hair loss, thinning hair in the top of your head. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who is here with me right now. Let me know. So Miss Keisha said yes. Miss Keisha, tell me a little bit about what it is that you've been experiencing, because I'm going to talk about 3 different examples of why we tend to have thinning in the crown. Miss Kelly said crownal hair thinning. If you can, let me know. Hi, low carb chick. Miss User 777116 said yes. Let me know a little bit more about your crownal thinning. Let me know a little bit about that, because I want to talk about 3 particular examples, and I'm going to get into them very quickly because my husband will be home soon. And my husband gets a little rattled about me being on social media because he thinks I pay social media more attention than I do him. And I don't. It's just I can't make no money if I don't get out to my community. So let me know a little bit about your concerns, because I am going to get into 3 general reasons why we tend to have crownal thinning. If you guys can, if you feel like it, let me know a little bit about your particular needs at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna wait a couple more seconds to see if you guys fill me in on your particular issues, and then I'm gonna go ahead on. I don't see anything here on Facebook. You guys aren't giving me any examples on Facebook either. If you guys on Facebook have any concerns with your hair and scalp, let me know, because I don't see anything just yet. Okay, you said it's your crown, right? Nicole, you said you were diagnosed with alopecia. Let me know what type, and have you been exposed to something recently? Were you on medication? Have you been dealing with diabetes? User 7711. Let me know what other things are going on with you that is possibly making you have this crownal hair loss, because I want to talk about 3 different things. So I'm going to get into this. So Miss Keisha said hair thinning, thought it was from my meds. How do we recover? Well, here you go, Miss Keisha. We can get into it right now. So I'm going to pull up my my TikTok page really quick, because I think this will be helpful. Let me just pull this up. So one of the reasons why, oops, sorry about that, y'all. So this is my TikTok page. One of the things that I offer my clients is when you tap on this link here, it's going to go to my page, and I'm tapping my link. I'm still in TikTok. I'm tapping my link, and this is my page. In my page, you'll see my shop. Here in my shop, see the full shop. Now in my shop, I have books. Now in my shop here, there is a guide about drugs and medication. So when you happen to tap on that, this book, which is only $9.99, is going to be chock full of information that you should take advantage of, because when anyone is on medication, and that's one of the reasons why we tend to lose hair, if anyone is on medication, you always need to co-balance your medication. Whatever medication you're on, you need to take it and then take what the medication is drawing from you. If you're on thyroid medication, that draws different minerals from you. If you're on heart medication, it draws minerals from you, like CoQ10 and magnesium and a few other things. Each medication that you're on, it draws minerals from you. Those minerals that you are being sapped of usually will cause you to have hair loss in the crown. Why? It's because the nutrient deficiencies will show up in your scalp. Now, when I have clients that are on cholesterol medication, high blood pressure medication, lipid medication, diabetes medication, usually they'll lose density in their entire head of hair, or almost always here in the crown. So what you really need to do, for my sister that said they are taking medication, let me see, Miss Keisha said it was for medication. Yes, almost always is related to medication. So that's one. So when I talk about hair loss in the crown, where it can be coming from, hair loss in the crown can be coming from medication. When you're taking medication, usually the medication draws minerals from you that can have an effect on you where it affects your hormonal balance. The minerals that it's drawing from you can give you that hormonal look, because anything that gets thin from the crown up is usually hormonal based. Usually if you're having problems with genetic thinning, you start having this little horseshoe spot here, or this little area starts getting way back here, and you start having this thinning here, and then after a while it will kind of envelop this whole top here for men, where they'll wind up losing it all. Sometimes it starts back here, sometimes it starts here, sometimes it starts here, and it'll connect. That is indeed genetic thinning. With women, it can get thin up there because it runs in the family. If there was a bad X or a bad Y on our gene pool and somebody gave it to us, that is one reason. Another reason indeed is because of the medication. So when you're taking medications, you have to, and that's why I have this book, you have to take advantage of the corresponding minerals that you need to balance your body with, because when you take the minerals that are being drawn from you because you're on medication, then you won't have so many problems with hair thinning. So one of those reasons is because you're having a genetic predisposition, somebody in your family gave it to you. So you need to balance your hormones. And in my link here, once you tap my link here and you go to my bio page and you go to this shop page here, my shop page lets you in on a couple secrets. There are some great books here. One, I'm trying to tap it. When you tap this here, you're going to see some vitamins and minerals and things that I recommend for everybody that they need to have. And also, this is the drug and medication guide that you need to get if you're on medication. If you're on any medication, you need to counterbalance it with the minerals that it's going to draw from you, because it's going to draw from your hair. Your hair, every time you eat, it's only going to get 20% of the minerals that the body can siphon out to the hair. If you're not getting sufficient nutrients from your diet and you're on medication, your hair is really going to get like scraps. That's why your hair will look the way it looks. So you always have to make sure that if you're taking a medication, you have to supplement with what the medication is going to draw from you. Where can you find what to take? Is in my nutrition and medication guide here. It's in my link. When you go to my my link tree, it's right here. When you're having number 2, which is one of the second reasons why you start having issues with that crown, when you're having a genetic predisposition, that is someone gave that genetic predisposition to you to have that thing here, then you have to balance your hormones. There are certain hormones and certain things that you need to take to help you balance your hormones, like zinc, like saw palmetto. And I have another book here that talks about balancing your hormones, because when it comes to balancing your hormones, when your hormonal panel gets a little off, like menopause, and our estrogen starts tapering down, Usually we're going to also have problems with our thyroid because our thyroid takes care of metabolism. And when our metabolism is off, then we start getting hot flashes. Then we can't sleep. So then we're having a problem with our melatonin. Melatonin is also a hormonal product that we need to balance in our bodies because melatonin has to do with our endocrine system. So when we're having this hair loss in the top here, there are so many different reasons. Number one, of course, like our sister just said, it's usually because of some medication that we're on. Two, we're usually having a problem with a genetic predisposition or somebody gave us that. And that can encompass things like thyroid imbalances, menopause. But anytime you're having that problem in the top, you should always try to balance your hormones. And I have a book here. Here's my book, Balance Your Hormonal Hair Loss. Now, when you're having problems with hormones, because it's this top here, you usually have to make sure that you're taking care of your adrenals and your stress levels and your insulin, because insulin is a hormone. You have to take care of your adrenaline when you are extremely stressed. So if you're extremely stressed, you have to balance that. You have to balance all of your female hormones. This book is going to help everybody balance those hormones. This book here is going to help you balance it. So I want to keep going because what it was I wanted to share was, one was because of medication, two was because of genetics, and then three, I want to let everybody know the big three as to why we start having this hair in the top here. In addition to stress, user 7711, is the food that we're eating. So I know there's not anyone here that probably is a hairstylist, because a hairstylist would understand what it is I'm trying to share right now. As a trichologist, as a hair loss specialist, my sole goal is to figure out and understand why your hair is not going from the growth phase to the fallout phase properly. Sometimes things interrupt the growth phase, which is the anagen phase, and then the hair will prematurely go into the resting phase, into the fallout phase too quickly or too often, and the hair is taking too long to get back to that anagen growth phase. So there are some things that usually happens, and I want to talk about one thing, and this plagues everyone, and it's hard because not a lot of us can get out of it. We can't get away from it. It's the processed food. I'm going to talk about processed food in connection with insulin resistance. A lot of us today, we're eating so much sugar, so much extra large, extra abundant products and potato chips and snacks and sodas and iced teas and coffees and lattes in between the food that we're eating, that's also laced and overrun by high fructose, all different types of sugar. Sugar has like 100 different names for it, all woven into our food. That sugar, all of the sugar, it creates for us insulin issues, insulin resistance. And if you're diabetic, just like user 7711 was talking about, when you're having problems with diabetes or insulin, high A1C, high sugar issues, you don't even have to be a diabetic to have a problem with sugar and insulin. The high rates of insulin, which is found in almost every processed food. I was at work the other day, and this is not to digress. I was at work the other day, and I didn't meal prep. I didn't take nothing to work with me. And I said, I'm starving. I don't have nothing here at the salon, nothing in my space that wasn't processed food. The only thing that I had that was close to me was McDonald's or Wawa, Subway. There was nothing close to me where I can get absolutely fresh food that wasn't processed. And that really bothered me. I didn't want to pay $12 for a smoothie. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take my behind home and make me a smoothie, go home and make it, and then go back to work. At least the smoothie had fresh fruit. It had soy milk. It had protein powder. But I said there was absolutely nothing near me that wasn't fried, and it wasn't natural, that just grew straight out the ground. It wasn't slaughtered maybe an hour prior. There was nothing fresh near me. So I say all that to say, all of the processing in the foods that we eat, it causes a problem for our cellular growth. When we eat food, all of the food that we eat breaks down into amino acids. That's why we need great food. When it breaks down into amino acids, it breaks down into cells. Those cells need to be regenerated. Where the cell is going to go Our body determines that. Our body determines where those cells that have been made from amino acids will go. They can go to epithelial cells, heart cells, muscle cells, hair cells. If the body needs the cellular processes in a different area, guess what? Hair growth will slow down. Also, the quality of food that we give it, such as things that have a lot of processing, a lot of fructose, high corn syrups, a lot of sugars, a lot of processing done to the food, it interrupts what's called mitochondrial functioning. The mitochondria is the energy function of every cell. So that if there's no energy in the cell can't duplicate, it can't split, it can't divide, it can't create new cells, it can't grow us hair as well as it used to, because we're eating too much processed food with all of the chemicals in it, the natural food flavors and the natural food coloring, and the yellow food color number 20 and blue food color number 10 and red food number 9. All of the processing in the foods interrupts mitochondrial cellular function. So if the cell's energy center is not functioning normally, the cell can't duplicate, split, and divide. So it can't grow us hair. It's going to have trouble with cellular growth throughout the entire body. The hair is just one segment. So when you see your nails not growing as good as they used to, when you see your skin not flourishing like the way it used to, you start getting age spots and the brown spots everywhere, and your skin starts looking horrible, or your body is just breaking down, you're really sore. It's because of the insulin and the sugars all throughout the body. You're going to feel that in your eyes. Your eyes are going to start being cloudy. You're going to start seeing spots. You're going to have cloudy mental thinking, mental judgment. You're always going to be tired. Your hair is not going to grow as well. Like you're going to start having pain and tingling in your extremities because of the high sugar and the high insulin. So what I want to share with you guys is nutritional deficiencies in our food and in our diet when we don't eat real whole food, when we cook it at home and make it ourselves without boxes and bags full of food with all these ingredients all added to it. When we make our own food and we make it from farm to table or from fresh slaughter to when we eat it, all of the processing that is added to the foods and the fact that we don't eat real food, we eat processed food, that causes nutritional deficiencies. So when I was talking about crown hair loss, all of what we do impacts our hormones. So if we're not getting that iodine, we're not getting the selenium, we're not getting good vitamins, we're not getting vitamin D, it's going to affect our hair growth. If we're not getting good food, we're not getting enough nutritional value from all of our food, guess what? It's going to come from somewhere, because the body does not need hair. It will sacrifice the hair because you can live without hair. The little that you give the body is going to go to the body. The first 20% is going to be taken off the top, and it's going to go to the brain, because the brain is a fatty organ. Thank you for my hearts. It needs nutrition. It needs the sugar. It needs what you give it. So the 80%, if it's good, is going to go to the rest of the body. With the remaining 20, if it's good at all, is going to go to the hair. But if we're eating a whole bunch of processed food and we're on medication and we're stressed out and we're going through hormonal issues, guess what? Boom, no hair. So that's why when I came on, I want you guys to understand that your hair is connected to you. What affects you affects your hair. Thank you so much for my hearts. And I know I can talk and I wrap stuff up and get off in tangents, but I want you guys to understand that your hair is very important and is connected to you. So when I was talking about one of the 3 different reasons why we have that crown hair loss, one was due to medication. The medication will siphon different minerals from our body. So it is reflected in our hair growth. Sometimes it causes hormonal imbalances. 2 is in fact genetics or hormonal disruption, like menopause or stress or different things like that happens with life. And then 3 are nutritional challenges. So we have to give ourselves good food. This is why I'm always on here every other day talking about the 4 must-haves. So if you're not getting good vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and your pre and probiotic fiber, and you wonder why your hair looked the way it looked, it's because you're not giving it enough. A lot of people, 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds tell me, well, I don't eat vegetables, I don't drink water. But you're sitting in my chair because you have a hair loss. Like, really? So I want you guys, because I'm getting ready to split because my husband be home in a minute. and I apologize. Please treat your hair a little bit better. I'm going to come on tomorrow and we're going to get into this a little bit more, but I wanted to get into the 3 main reasons why we start having crown or hair loss. So get to my page and get your big 4, because when you at least start out with your big 4, then you don't have to worry so much when you're taking medication, because you're getting what you need. You're getting your pre and your probiotic fiber. You're getting everything that you need. So try to do that, because you're welcome. And thank you so much, Ms. Beverly, for saying that this is important. And thank you for the information. You're welcome. I want you guys to understand that your hair is important. And when you give it what it needs, you won't have as many problems. Hold on. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Mr. Husband, you want to come on and say hi real quick? This is my husband, everybody. That's why I was saying I got to get off here and say hello. All right, everybody. So I told you guys I'm going to be splitting when he gets home, but thank you so much. And I'm just going to answer these questions and I'm going to go. So Ms. Keisha said, I'm 55, recently experiencing relationship stress and now pre-diabetes thinning for 2 years. I get it. Keisha, I have that book here on the hormonal hair loss. When you work on some of the issues here that I have in the hormonal hair loss book, it's going to cover stress-related hair loss. So please let me know how I can help you. If you need any of my help, I'm telling you, give me 15 minutes of your time. Just schedule a time to talk with me and I can help you through that. If you are indeed dealing with stress, there are so many different things that you need to hit when you're going through stressful issues. It's going to cause a lot of unbalance and imbalance for your endocrine system, because you have insulin, you have cortisol, you have menopausal issues, then you have blood sugar and insulin resistance. You really have to walk that fine line. And if you want to save that hair, please give me 15 minutes of your time, because I want to make sure you have what you need. Because if you don't, like I said, your body is going to siphon off the little bit that you're giving it to your hair, and your hair is important. And thank you, Miss Beverly. Hello. I want to say hello back to you too. So I'm going to just keep going and answer the rest of these questions, and I'm going to split. So thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate everybody for sharing. And thank you, user 283, for following me. I really appreciate it. Let me just see. And you said, user 283, you said, this is so true. Tell me what's so true. I appreciate the hearts. What's so true? Right. So user 283 said medication for one and stress is next. Yes. Good. Okay. So Joe C. FER, your packets and your OPC3 came in today. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. Because you have to treat yourself a little bit better, because if you don't, your hair is only going to get what's left. And it's a lot. We do a lot in a day, and we need those extra vitamins and minerals. Okay, so 283. All right, so I'm right there with you. I'll be 56 in a month. So I'm right there with you. I get it. So Miss Donnell Shaw, you said in real life, let me know what that means, because I'm getting ready to split. Right. So Donnell says he'll go to war with Hermit. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna keep moving. Okay, so anonymously speaking said, I'm dealing with this right now. I feel worthless. I don't want you to feel worthless. That's why I'm here. If there's anything that I can do to help, I tell everyone, if you're worth it, give me 15 minutes. I don't want you to feel worthless. This is why I'm here, because I want to help you through that. There are probably just some simple fixes that you can do that's not going to turn your hair around tomorrow, but you have to give yourself time and attention. And then in 6 months to a year, you can turn any situation around, but just give yourself 15 minutes. So user 283, you said you need my help so bad. Well, I told you what to do. Tap the screen here. Give me 15 minutes of your time, because once you go back to my go back to the profile and you see this here, all you have to do is scroll. And then when you see, go past the store. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Now, when you tap that link and you hit the screen, you'll see a time to talk with me. All you have to do is scroll. If you get impatient, you won't see it. But you see these 3 people here. It says schedule a hair restoration call for 15 minutes. That's all you have to do. The call is free. Just give me some time and we can work through it. I can probably send you some things through the mail if you let me know a little bit about your life, and then we can help you a little bit more through that. Okay, so Miss Sheila Dillon, thank you again for joining me. 69 years old, A1C is great. My stress level is hard. Everybody's stress level is hard. This is why I tell people you need to just make sure that you're balancing and supporting your adrenals. That's why I recommend an ACTS. That's why it's in my store. Adrenals, cortisol, thyroid, and stress. That's what the ACTS is for. So you take care of your 91-year-old mom. That's a lot. Taking care of an aged parent and 3 siblings. So if you don't just support your body's needs, it's going to draw from your hair. So give yourself what it needs. A simple investment in yourself will save your hair. It'll save it from thinning, because having high blood sugar, having high stress, high cortisol levels, you're going to have it anyway because of stress. This is what the body's mechanism do. There's no way you can avoid it. But if you support your body's needs, it doesn't take so much out on your hair. So I want to say to everyone, thank you so much. Anonymously speaking, you dealing with CCCA, then we need to talk, because often when a derm tells you you have CCCA, it depends on the level in which you're catching it. If you're catching it at 1 to 2, sometimes it can be reversed. If you're at 2 to 3 and 3 to 4, usually it has erupted so far where it's often not a lot you can do. So I'm glad you said new follower. You're glad you found me. I'll try to get on here at least maybe once a day. If not, maybe once every other day. And thank you. I appreciate it. So let me know. Just connect with me. If there's anything that I can do, sometimes you can get it back. It's work and it's an investment in you. But who's more important than you? No one else. So you got to give yourself some time and attention. But I got to go, everybody, because I said I was splitting at 3:15. So I'm 5 minutes out. So if you guys need me, all you got to do is send me a message. Send me a message and check your messages, because if you don't check your message, don't send me no message, because I'm on my messages and I reply to all. If you want to connect with me for 15 minutes, because as a hair loss specialist, this is what I do. Just schedule a time to talk with me. Tap the link there, hit my bio, and look for the 15-minute section on my link. 15 minutes is complimentary, and then you can decide what you want to do. So I thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I'm going to go, and I'll see you soon.